Level 1, the ticket holder. You are 31, broke enough to notice gas prices. You work late inventory shifts outside Columbus, Ohio. Your checking account's just $640. Your most valuable object is a dented blue thermos. You keep it because your father used it first. The dream is simple. Clear your debts, buy your mother a quiet house, never ask permission for Tuesday again. Then your phone shows 6 matching numbers. You refresh once, twice, 5 times. The jackpot is real. Your hands still feel fake. Your first failure comes immediately. You call your brother, then you hang up before it rings. Yesterday he was family. Tonight he is a possible leak. That thought makes you feel disgusting. You do not celebrate. You lock the apartment door. You photograph the ticket. You check your state lottery rules. Then you put the paper somewhere safer than your wallet. The jackpot has not made you rich yet. It has made one small rectangle terrifyingly important. Sleep becomes impossible. Every pipe knock sounds suspicious. Every notification feels dangerous. You imagine mansions, islands, and impossible freedom. Then you imagine losing the ticket under laundry. Morning arrives without permission. Your supervisor texts about overtime. You almost reply with a laughing emoji. Instead, you type, "Sure." That is your new power. You can leave. You choose not to. For one more shift, you scan boxes under fluorescent lights. Nobody knows your life has already split in half. The thermos sits beside your scanner. The same dent catches the same light. But now every ordinary object looks temporary. Level 2, the hidden winner. The ticket stays secret while your world gets smaller. You stop carrying it. You stop mentioning the drawing. You stop posting anything online. Winning creates paperwork before pleasure. Jackpot rules depend on where you bought the ticket. Some jurisdictions allow anonymity. Others disclose names or hometown information. Some may allow a trust or legal entity to claim. You need the actual rules before creating your brilliant movie plan. So you hire people who already understand boring disasters. An attorney, a tax professional, a financial advisor you can independently verify. You make them explain fees, conflicts, and custody. Suddenly, adulthood becomes a series of signatures you refuse to rush. You also learn the first ugly number. The advertised jackpot is not the cash sitting somewhere with your name. A Powerball-style jackpot may offer an annuity or a smaller lump sum cash value. Both come before federal and jurisdictional taxes. You stare at 2 columns on a legal pad. One buys maximum control now. The other spreads payments across decades. You choose the cash option for this story, not because it is universally smarter, because you want control, and control is becoming your favorite drug. Then taxes arrive before the sports car. Federal lottery withholding can take 24% upfront. That's not necessarily your final federal tax bill. At jackpot scale, your marginal federal rate can reach the top bracket. State and local taxes may matter too. Your imaginary fortune loses weight without buying anything. It still remains enormous. That's when secrecy becomes exhausting. Your mother notices you stopped complaining about rent. Your brother asks why you sound strange. Your coworkers discuss the winner near the loading dock. You stand 3 feet away. Someone says the winner is probably an idiot. You laugh with them. Level 3, the claimant. The day you claim changes your status officially. Until now, the fortune was a possibility. Today, institutions recognize it.
You enter through a building that suddenly feels too public. Security cameras, forms, identification, tax paperwork, legal names, bank instructions. Every detail feels heavier because mistakes now have commas. If your jurisdiction allows privacy, your legal structure does some shielding. If it does not, the public record may do what your mouth refused to do. Either way, the lottery must know who actually bought the ticket. Then the money moves. For several seconds, your banking app becomes abstract art. You have more liquid wealth than everyone at your old shift might earn across many lifetimes. The number feels less like money and more like a software glitch. You pay every consumer debt immediately. Credit cards disappear. Student loans disappear. Your old car loan disappears. You expect trumpets. Nothing happens. The kitchen is still small. The refrigerator still hums. Your neighbor still drops something upstairs. So you test the money. You order dinner without checking prices. You replace the car with something expensive but not ridiculous. Then you buy ridiculous tires for it. The thrill works. For 3 days. Next comes the house for your mother. This one lands differently. She walks through an empty living room and touches the wall like it might vanish. You tell her it is paid for. She cries. You finally feel like the fantasy has started. Then she asks who else knows. That question follows you home. Because claiming wealth does not just increase purchasing power, it increases discoverability. Old classmates reconnect. Distant relatives remember birthdays. Strangers pitch businesses. Someone finds an email address you abandoned 8 years ago. Money has opened every door. Unfortunately, some doors open inward. Level 4. The family bank. Your phone becomes a loan application with emojis. The first requests are easy. Dental work, a mortgage problem, tuition, a reliable car. You can solve them without noticing the balance move. Helping feels incredible, so you keep helping. Then the categories blur. One cousin needs $40,000 for a restaurant. An uncle wants you inside a property deal. A childhood friend has an app that only needs your capital. Everyone says this is not charity. It is an opportunity. You discover that giving money can create tax and reporting consequences too. Large gifts require planning. In 2026, the federal annual gift tax exclusion is $19,000 per recipient. But giving more does not automatically mean you personally write a tax check that day. It can trigger reporting and use part of a much larger lifetime exemption. Nobody asking for money wants that lecture. They want yes. Your attorney suggests a rule. No immediate decisions. Every request waits. Every large transfer gets documented. Family assistance comes through a fixed annual budget. The rule feels cold. That is why it works. Your brother hates it first. He reminds you that he defended you in high school. Your aunt says money changed you. A friend stops replying after you decline his business. You replay every refusal at night. Before the jackpot, saying no meant disappointment. Now it sounds like betrayal. You also notice a new social problem. When you pay, people act grateful. When you do not pay, you learn what they expected. Either outcome changes the relationship. So you start testing people in smaller ways. You invite old friends to cheap places. You avoid discussing investments. You watch who asks how you are before asking what you're doing. It feels paranoid. It's also the only way you know. You have become the richest person in your family. And somehow that means you trust fewer rooms. Level 5. The Lifestyle Millionaire. You decide caution deserves a vacation. The new house comes first. Not a palace, just enough glass, stone, security, and square footage to make your old apartment feel fictional. Then travel begins. Business class becomes normal. Hotels stop having prices in your head. You buy time wherever money can replace friction. Cleaning, driving, waiting, scheduling, repairs, lines. This is the cleanest power wealth gives you. Problems vanish before becoming stories. You stop working at the warehouse. Research on lottery windfalls suggests many winners reduce labor, although they do not all simply quit forever. You understand why. Your old job sold 40 hours for survival. Survival has been prepaid. For 3 glorious months, Monday means nothing. You wake at 10, train at noon, fly on Thursday, buy a watch because the salesperson remembers your name. Your old thermos disappears into a moving box. Then freedom develops a texture. It feels strangely flat. Without shifts, weekends lose contrast. Without a boss, rebellion becomes impossible. Without prices, purchases stop feeling like victories. You begin upgrading things because upgrading is available. The car gets replaced again. The house gains a theater you rarely use. Your closet becomes a museum of decisions made while bored. None of this threatens bankruptcy. Your fortune is still massive. That is important.
The popular claim that most lottery winners quickly go broke is not a reliable universal fact. Serious research finds many large winners keep substantial wealth and report higher long-run life satisfaction. Your danger is subtler. You can afford bad habits for years. That means feedback arrives late. Normal life used to punish stupidity quickly, miss rent, feel pain, waste a paycheck, change plans. Now you can make mediocre decisions at luxury scale and still feel successful. Your money has removed the guardrails. You are finally free enough to become your own problem. Level 6. The Amateur Mogul. Spending gets boring, so building looks smarter. People bring you decks now. Hotels, restaurants, crypto funds, apartment projects, a premium gym, a documentary company. A man with perfect teeth explains artificial intelligence over steak. Every pitch contains the same magic sentence: you can afford the risk. That sentence is mathematically true and psychologically dangerous. You invest in 3 private deals during one excited month. One performs well, one stalls, one founder stops answering. The third teaches you faster than any finance book. Rich people do not stop getting scammed. They receive better designed scams. So your system gets harder. Independent due diligence, written investment policy, custodian accounts, background checks, no deal because a friend introduced it, no wire because someone creates urgency. The FTC warns that prize and impersonation scams often use pressure, fees, or requests for financial information. Your problem is broader. Wealth makes you interesting to anyone selling certainty. You hire professionals, but professionals create another problem. You must understand enough to supervise them. Your advisor talks diversification. Your accountant talks estimated taxes. Your attorney talks trusts and liability. Your insurance specialist discovers things you never knew needed insuring. You wanted money to eliminate administration. Instead, you accidentally founded a company called Yourself. There are quarterly meetings now. The joke hurts because it's true. Still, this level unlocks real power. You stop treating the fortune like a giant checking account. Cash becomes reserves. Long-term money gets diversified. Risky bets receive limits. Charitable goals get their own structure. You no longer ask, "Can I buy this?" You ask, "What does this decision do later?"
That question saves more money than any hot investment. It also changes you. Friends say you sound corporate. Your brother calls your assistant instead of you once. That one hurts. The fortune is becoming safer. Your old life is becoming harder to reach. Level 7. The Public Target. Privacy fails in pieces, not all at once. A photo appears online from a charity event. Someone identifies your neighborhood. A local account posts the car you drive. Then fake profiles begin using your name. One claims you are giving away cash. Another asks followers for processing fees. You realize your face can now scam people while you sleep. Security becomes another subscription to reality. Better home systems, private contact information, tighter travel habits, fewer public location posts. Staff learn not to share schedules. You are not living inside a bunker. You are simply no longer casual. Then comes the lawsuit threat. A former business partner from one of your early deals claims you promised more money. The claim is weak, the legal bill is real. You learn another rich person mechanic. Winning attracts disputes because you are collectible. Settling can be cheaper than proving yourself right. Fighting can encourage others. Every decision has second-order effects. You hate thinking this way. So you start giving anonymously when possible. You create a charitable budget with actual criteria. Medical hardship gets one process. Education gets another. Local causes get reviewed on schedule. Spontaneous generosity becomes organized generosity. It feels less warm. It reaches more people. Your mother understands first. She tells you that money should not force you to answer every knock. Your brother takes longer. Eventually, he apologizes for the restaurant argument. You apologize for treating every question like a threat.
Neither apology restores the old relationship. It creates a new one. That is the hidden cost at this level. You can protect your assets with entities, policies, contracts, and professionals. You cannot put childhood inside a trust. Level 8, the wealth owner. 5 years pass. Your fortune is no longer a jackpot. It's a system. The portfolio throws off income. Taxes arrive on calendars. Properties have managers. Charitable grants have reports. Your risky investments occupy a deliberately small corner. You know exactly what one expensive lesson costs. More importantly, you know what enough means. This is where the fantasy becomes less cinematic and more powerful. You can fund your mother's care without discussion. You can take 6 months off because nobody must approve it. You can leave a bad room immediately. You can help quietly and still sleep afterward. Research on large lottery wins finds something surprisingly ordinary. Wealth can raise overall life satisfaction for many years, especially financial satisfaction. The effect on daily happiness and mental health appears smaller. You feel that difference. Your life is better. Not every day is. Money removed fear from several categories: housing, medical bills, retirement, emergency repairs, a bad boss. It did not remove grief, boredom, jealousy, aging, or family history. Your father is still gone. His thermos cannot be repurchased from any auction. One afternoon, your mother finds it in a box. The blue paint is scratched deeper now. She asks why you hid it. You tell her you forgot. That answer bothers you for weeks, so you bring the thermos home. Not as decoration, you use it. At first, it looks absurd beside the marble kitchen. Then it starts looking normal again. That's your first successful purchase that costs nothing. Level 9, the time billionaire. Your accountants measure money. You start measuring mornings. You are in your 40s now. The jackpot has survived you. That sentence matters more than the original headline. You could chase a larger number. Many wealthy people do. Instead, you calculate something stranger. How many healthy years remain? Suddenly, net worth feels like the wrong scoreboard. You cut meetings, sell a property you never loved, exit 2 boards, stop attending dinners where everyone performs importance. Your calendar begins shrinking. This feels more luxurious than the first car. You also return to work, but differently. Research on U.S. lottery winners finds windfalls can reduce labor earnings substantially. That does not mean humans stop needing useful effort. So you build something small, not the flashy startup. A scholarship program tied to technical training near your old neighborhood. You know the rules well enough to keep it boring. Applications, audits, selection standards, no cousin exceptions. You spend Tuesday mornings there. Tuesday used to belong to your supervisor. Now it belongs to you. This is the dream you forgot while buying everything else. But power still charges rent. You miss anonymity. You miss being invited somewhere without wondering why. You miss making a cheap mistake and having it remain cheap. You even miss complaining about work with people who understood the same jokes. Freedom did not preserve your old identity. It dissolved the structure around it. You had to build another one deliberately. Level 10, the Custodian. Decades after the drawing, the jackpot headline is ancient. Your mother is gone now. The house you bought her belongs to another family. That hurts less than you expected. Homes are containers. People are the part that disappears. Your brother has gray hair, so do you. You meet at a roadside diner after the scholarship ceremony. No assistants, no advisors, no reservations. You bring the blue thermos. He laughs when he sees it. For a second, you are 31 again. Broke, tired, suspicious of overtime. Rich in ways neither of you understood. Your fortune still exists because you eventually stopped treating wealth like permission. It became infrastructure. Some money funds your life. Some protects future family. Some supports causes. Some stays deliberately untouched. The exact structure changed with laws, markets, and your own age. The deeper rule did not. Every dollar bought options. Every option demanded judgment. That was the real progression. At level 1, you thought the jackpot would remove decisions. It multiplied them. At level 3, you thought privacy meant hiding your name. Later, privacy meant controlling access. At level 5, you thought freedom meant buying anything. Later, freedom meant wanting fewer things. At level 7, you thought boundaries were selfish. Later, boundaries preserved the relationships money could not replace. You lift the thermos and feel the old dent. The object survived because nobody valued it but you. That feels important. People still ask whether winning changed your life. Of course it did. The money solved problems that money actually solved. It gave you security, time, mobility, and enormous room for error. Research was right to reject the easy tragedy story. But the jackpot also removed excuses. You couldn't blame the landlord, the schedule, the paycheck, or the broken car forever. Eventually, every remaining choice looked back at you. That is the final level. Not billionaire, not celebrity, not genius investor. Custodian. You spend the money without letting it spend you. And Tuesday is finally yours.